Is it just me, or does it feel like social media wants everybody's marriages to fail? It feels like there is so much encouragement to get divorced, especially for women. I've seen some of these mom Facebook groups and like Reddit threads and stuff. I saw a post today and it was from a mom who was talking about how she's really upset because her husband took her kids to McDonald's. And she was mad because she said he knows that I don't approve of that kind of food. It's unhealthy junk food. And now he's out there taking them. And like, how do I navigate this? You know, what should I say? What should I do? And the comments were insane, you guys. One lady was like, he clearly doesn't respect you as a mother. Someone else said, this is a huge red flag. If he's willing to do this and feed them junk food, imagine what else he's willing to do. Like, who is this guy? And of course, the terms toxic and narcissist get thrown around. And I'm just like, what? It happens all the time where women will post about their relationships, and so many other women, I don't know if they're single or if they've been divorced or something, but they're very excited to encourage the woman to leave. That's usually the kind of stuff they're complaining about. It's never, you know, the extreme cases of why you think someone should leave.
You know, I see a lot of this behavior online. I rarely see it in real life. And I thought I would address this subject because Alexander Grace did an amazing breakdown on why this happens in women. And to be honest with you, I just was not aware of the deep psychology behind it. But when he broke it down, it just came on like a light switch in my head. And I strongly feel that most men don't see it. And it's for that reason I think I need to highlight it today in today's lesson. Simply because a lot of men and boys, especially the boys, take this stuff too seriously. And they get caught up into this idea that women just freaking hate us, not realizing that feminism speaks to other women. And these are women who have been programmed to please other women. It's part of the social structure that women form within themselves. And because the majority of women now are born into feminism, they have to make sure that they show their identity so that they could keep moving up the social structure with women. And it's a bizarre and heartbreaking way in which our society have gone. And a lot of these women don't really see it unless they're involved with a man, they have a son, or they have a brother who expresses their pain to them. It has to be a man really close to them that they really care about to actually break this thought psychosis a lot of them have. So my friends, buckle up. This is another lesson from the older man. I'm trying to repair relationships, and I'm trying to get you guys to understand the BS that a lot of you guys are falling for from women. And I'm trying to explain to women how you're being brainwashed and programmed by the females in your society, and especially on social media. TikTok is a breeding ground for you to start hating men. If you want to start getting better at your relationship, ladies, I would strongly advise you to come off of TikTok. Seriously. Or at the very least, stop listening to female channels. Just block it out. So, my friends, please like this video on the way in. This is going to be a good one. I'm now going to play a little bit of Alexander Grace's video for you guys to get an understanding on this whole freaking game that we see played out in front of us. And then I'm going to demonstrate, like this woman just did, that there are women that realize that there's something fundamentally wrong with how women are thinking, because it is a problem.
Modern women don't hate men. You give women too much credit. Hate assumes depth. As a man, your brain is wired to recognize patterns and to ascribe meaning to things. You need to cut that out. Stop looking for substance. Stop projecting. By the end of this video, you'll see women's hateful behavior for what it truly is. A performance.
Here are some more of my favorite ways to rage bait men, because it's so easy. I will never in my entire life understand why men, it doesn't click for them that I'm trolling you, I'm messing with you, I'm not talking to you for interesting conversation, you're my entertainment. Tell them that your favorite t-shirt brand is Nirvana. I can literally hear it right now. That's not a clothing brand, that's a band. If they ever try and start a conversation with you or come up to you, just be like, oh, I'm sorry, I only date for money. Okay, next one is like the most easy rage bait you could do to them. Literally has never failed me. But if they ever pull out like text messages or like picture proof of anything, they're like, see that? All you have to do is say, AI. AI. That's artificial intelligence. That's AI. That is AI. And they're like, what are you talking? That's not like, what are you, that's not AI. AI. That's AI.
You want to know the mistake that most men make? It's that when a woman is being awful and treating a man terribly, he assumes that it's personal, that there is genuine resentment in it. They assume that the woman has some trauma or some unresolved anger against men. What you need to understand is that even if you, as the man, are the recipient of her hateful behavior, you are not the target audience. It's sad to say, but when a woman is cruel to a man, it's often just a signal to other women. As a man, you're just a tool in the process, a prop as part of her theater. Why would you take that seriously? She doesn't. Do not make the mistake of assuming that her awful attitude is actually coming from a place of moral gravity or righteous anger. Often, it's just social mimicry. She may be saying words and acting out a pattern that she doesn't even understand. She doesn't comprehend the significance of what she's saying. She's just moving with the herd. She has noticed what gets other women popular, what gets praised, what leads to more social acceptance and influence. And now you have an entire generation of young women who think that it is fashionable to hate on men, not because they truly believe it, but because it is an effective strategy at increasing your own personal clout. You've probably wondered why so many of the criticisms leveled against men make no rational sense. There's no consistency. It seems theatrical. It's a performance. They're not even thinking about men. The true audience is other women. Perhaps it's time to stop taking women so seriously and recognize that this isn't a vendetta. Women are just playing a social game, and hating on men is a convenient way to climb the ladder. Most of you guys watching, you have a basic awareness of what this looks like on the bottom rung, and you might assume this explains most of women's behavior. It's just a trauma response. She's acting terribly because at some point in her life, she was a victim, and now she wants to be the one who's powerful, the one who's in control. She wants to be the perpetrator. Maybe this is how you explain feminism. The patriarchy ruled over us, but now we're on top and we're going to make men pay. It's a comforting story that a lot of men want to buy into because on some level, it makes emotional sense. And it also turns it into a problem that has a solution. She doesn't hate men. She's not really cruel. She's just been hurt. This is a temporary overcorrection. We can fix that. If only it were that simple. If only women's behavior was truly that logical, then it would be quite easy to find a way out of this mess. But you know what? Even if a lot of women start at this bottom rung, once they get a taste, a rush, a feeling of power, of clout, they don't stop there. The temptation is too great. They keep on climbing this ladder. Eventually, it becomes a complete race to the bottom.
But what a lot of women don't understand is that by taking a side, and such an extreme side, where you're showing hate towards the actual gender that you eventually want to end up with, you are not only ostracizing men, but you're conditioning your mind to actually be unattractive to that man. Because what you continuously do is who you become. Whatever you continuously practice is what you eventually become very good at. So if you keep fostering this fake hate, you understand that term, fake it until you make it? It works in the opposite direction as well. If you keep exhibiting this fake hate, you will become hateful as a woman. And this is what a lot of men are experiencing.
Love to get married again, but now it seems like men don't want to get married anymore.
Your own business. This is my place. Stop playing the victim. Stop. You stop. You stop.
All right, that's it. I'm calling the cops.
Hey.
I'm calling the cops.
This is why men don't want to get married anymore.
It's funny. It's funny. I hate you. Bro, you're a weird too. Like it's not funny.
Why are men so hesitant to commit to marriage these days?
I told you to stop texting her. I don't understand why she is the priority here.
I mean, what's a text? Did you see what the text said?
It doesn't matter what it says. You can ignore it.
I can't say happy birthday?
No, you absolutely cannot say happy birthday. Why is that impossible for you to understand?
I mean, I grew up with a girl. It's not that big of a deal.
I don't care. I do not care.
It's absurd.
If the person that you're with is asking you not to do something, but you be like, yes, I love you so much, I'm going to not do that anymore.
Excuse me. Look, you gotta be quiet. We have other customers here, please.
Please mind your business, okay?
Oh, mind my business?
Yes.
Mind my business.
Okay.
I'm at the authorities. You mind my business.
Why aren't men getting married anymore?
What?
Do you know what you did?
Yeah, I got paper plates like you asked me to.
We're not wealthy.
Yeah, that's why we're getting paper plates.
You got Dixie bringing.
Okay, They were 3 for $15.
That's
They're on
still,
sale. I thought I did good.
That's $5 for 44 plates. I normally get like 100 pack for like $3.50.
Okay, they didn't have that at the dollar store.
They have.
I did the
plates.
math. Yeah. Dude, that's 11 cents a plate. That's good for Dixie.
You're acting like we hit the lottery, Jason.
Oh my gosh.
And Bounty too. You have just gone off the deep end.
The way that when men say they don't want to get married,
Say those things, and I don't do anything to you that threatens your life. Guess what? You're broken up with me now, right? Okay. Stop being this fucking dramatic.
They're fucking filming us. Like, stop.
Hey, what the fuck?
Why wouldn't men say, to hell with that shit? Why would I want to walk back into that if that's the type of woman that this whole feminist fake rage have created? Men want to protect their peace. All we want is peace. We want a good woman that is peaceful, that we can do life with. That's it.
Hey, so can men stop killing? Like, can you guys get your fucking shit together? Go to therapy. Every day it's a new tragedy, and guess who did it? A fucking man. I'm so fucking... Oh my god, get your shit together, you insecure pieces of shit.
You don't need to take this seriously. It's not personal. This is just about clout. What you're seeing here is rung 2 of the ladder, moralized cruelty. At this level, there's a lot of condescension and superiority, but there's at least a token effort of dressing it up as though it's coming from a place of compassion or wanting men to improve, like, men, get it together, go and seek therapy. But obviously, she's not speaking to men, she's speaking to other women. It's a performance. She's signaling to other women, I know how to talk to men, I know how to hold standards and call them on their shit, tell them to do better. She may adopt a sort of moralistic or justice-driven tone, use a lot of therapy buzzwords. It's all carefully designed to maximize her clout with other women. Look how morally superior us women are. Look how righteous I am when I'm putting men in their place. It's a powerful signal, and it's one that will earn her a lot of praise from other women. Look at me. I'm the kind of woman who sees through men. I'm strong enough to tell them what they need to be told. But you must see through the facade of compassion. She's not motivated by a genuine desire to help men. She's just decorating her misandry to make it appear as though she's being socially responsible. It's just carefully branded cruelty.
Wow. Listen, I'm going to put the links so that you guys can go and see what he says about the other 2 wrongs and how he demonstrates that. But in essence, I think you got the idea of what you're dealing with as men when women do this crap online. I'm hoping you understand it enough so that you won't get triggered. If you watched my video yesterday on marriage, guys, I put a lot of thought process in that video yesterday. Please go and watch it. I'm going to link it here at the end of this video, but it just pretty much lay out the best roadmap for marriage and why I'm capable of holding on to my marriage for 20 years so far. I always say so far, simply because I'm not an idiot. I know that anything can come to an end. But 20 years is a great run so far, you know?
Study out today that says women become unhappy as they get older. Well, the flip side, men get happier as life goes on. Now, the researchers, a couple of economists, by the way, they say it happens when we each turn 48. And of the major factors coming down, it's all about money. Now, what's that all about? We're going to debate it. Mark Rudolph is a no-nonsense man, and Tracy Burns, our Fox Business reporter, joins me to tell us what's really going on.
First of all, this study was conducted by mostly men.
tell you how-
And when that's anything, they talk about their finances because men judge themselves by the size of their wallet. Toys, dare I say. So, you put all your toys together in a parking lot and it makes you happy. If they were to ask other questions in this study about spirituality, about the other aspects of our lives, that women would have taken over. I mean, first of all, a woman hits her sexual prime at 35. Things get much better for us.
Hey, I'm 35. This is good for me. All right, Mark, all right, go nuts, because I know you're going to go nuts.
I was on the radio 2 weeks ago in Greensboro, North Carolina, and the host related a story. He overheard his son and daughter talking. So brother goes to sister and says, how come you always have money and I don't? And she says, that's simple. I have a boyfriend and you have a girlfriend. Boys are taught that they're supposed to make women happy.
No, he's actually living in the dark ages.
This that?
I'm not living in the dark ages. This is reality. And if either of you women has ever dated women, you would know what I'm talking about. What's happening in middle age here is that women who bring 70% of divorces are divorcing the men that they never wanted to marry to begin with. And so now that's what's making the men happy. Can't believe what I just heard you say.
This is an old one, but it showed you that men were red pilled from back then. This is probably back in 2000 or so when this interview took place. And this man just laid it out. He didn't hold back at all. But you can see clearly in this particular video, the visceral and the disdain for men was there. It was always there. This is when it just started to get worse and worse because more and more women were now on media and they had a platform. I just happened to flip over to BBC this morning and I was conscious of the amount of female voices versus male voices that is bringing us our so-called news. And literally it was probably 4-to-1 times you hear a female voice versus a male voice. Even in the freaking sports, it was a female voice that announced the sports was coming. There's more, even the sports commentators are there now. Joyce Taylor. I mean, it's just freaking ridiculous. You know, football and baseball, basketball, all these things these are male sports. We want to hear men talk about male sports. Let's finish this up.
Mark, let me tell you, it is because we are stronger and we are happier at the end of the day than most men. And that is factual and you know it.
When men are married to women who scream like you, they just want to die sooner. When you have women going around, Tracy.
Let's put it on the table if you want to play this game.
Men are taught that they have to make women happy. The fact of the matter is, you can't make anybody happy. You have to make yourself happy. Happiness is a byproduct of achievement. So for women to say that they're unhappy, it's their own fault. Anybody who says he's unhappy, it's his own fault. Everybody has to make himself or herself happy.
I mean, where are you from? Where are you from? Dear Lord, I would never in a million years teach my girls that they have to grow up to be reliant on a man, if you can well imagine. I would never teach my son.
Well, that's wonderful. But Tracy, you're the same one who bragged that she's so strong and so tough and doesn't need a man's money, yet you're taking alimony.
Children!
Okay, Mark.
You know what?
So, but you don't need a man's money.
All right, well, that's it.
Oh, that's a classic right there, boy. The second facts hit them, they became victims. I got 3 trillion. Oh, man. It's insane what we have to deal with as men in today's environment.
Want to know something wild? Women traded family for a 9-to-5 and then they called it liberation. Just think about it for a second. Our grandmothers prayed for husbands so that they could work hard, raise kids, and build a strong home. That was the dream. Security, love, and purpose. Then feminism came along. Told women that being a wife and being a mother is oppressive. So what did we do? We left the home to work for men that don't love us at companies that will replace us the second we get burnt out. That's not freedom. That is slavery in heels. Feminism convinced women that family is a cage and working for a corporate job is empowerment. Tell me this. Why do so many women hit 30, are alone, exhausted, and wondering why they feel so empty? It's because you can't outsmart God's design. No promotion will ever replace a husband that loves you and children who adore you. So no, I'm not anti-woman, I'm pro-woman, and pro-woman enough to tell you the truth. Real freedom isn't in a cubicle or a nurse's station. It's in building a legacy. So go forth and multiply.
I'm so happy to present women who have got it, who have woken up and realized that the whole feminist push is just a pile of BS. So gentlemen, don't get disheartened. Please understand that there are women out there that have woken up. There are women out here that never fell into the trap of feminism. They're rare. They're few and far between. But I'm hoping that this whole thing turns around.
Do you feel like, as a man, that when you leave a woman, she's going to do worse?
No.
You think she's going to get better?
I think she's going to continue to do whatever she's doing that's making me leave. Whatever she was doing that made me leave, she about to do more of that.
So she doesn't get better?
I don't care if she gets better or not. She needs to go and see. Go see. You so right. You know all these great people who want you. Go see.
Are all your exes single? Or any of them married?
No, I don't know. I don't think none of them are married.
Okay.
But I don't think they all single.
Okay.
I know my last ex ain't.
Okay.
So it happens.
Yeah.
They still fine.
Yeah.
They still attractive.
I mean, when you're attractive, you'll get a lot. But that don't mean you're going to keep
I
them.
love to date attractive women.
They're all out there getting dick down. Sure, they're opening their legs. That's easy for women. That's it. Sure. But are they qualified for a man to say, hey, let's get together and let's work together and making a family? No. Obviously, that's not the case. Ladies, you made your bed. You got to sleep in it. The only way you're going to get something different is if you act differently. You have to become someone different. You have to admit and wake up and realize that the results that you want isn't coming to you being the person that you are. You have to reframe your whole way of thinking. And I know that's hard. Okay, so my friends, listen, please hit that like button on the way out. Thank you so much for going right through to the end. Check out the video that I'm going to actually present at the end on marriage and listen to what I said about it and please note that you don't have to be married legally to execute what I have said in this video. Simply understand that it can also work for a long-term relationship. We have to get people to stop thinking about temporary hookups and situationships, etc., etc., etc. Everything, these short-term relationships. We need to start getting women's brains to start thinking long-term, staying and working with a man through the ups and the downs, the good and the bad, for both of you. Because the second something goes wrong with a man, she's ready to jump ship. But if something goes wrong with her, she expects the man to be there for her. That's not how this shit works. Relationships are a two-way street. Both parties have to get something from it. So I'm trying to get you all to start rewiring your brains to think like that. I'm not saying to get married. I'm saying start looking at long-term relationships. Build strong long-term relationships. Otherwise, you will not survive to the end of your life. Not in comfort. You will be on government assistance or whatever assistance that they have at that time, or you will be on the street. And that goes for ladies and men. I can assure you of that. Okay, so my friends, subscribe, hit the like button, and I will see you tomorrow. And always remember, whenever in doubt, always ask an older man. I'll see you soon. Cheers.